Bjorn from Skeino. I have something prepared for you today. It is knitting on the bias. Maybe you know our moon shawl is knitted on the bias, and we have a few questions from knitters all the time. My edge is too short, so what to do? And I think I have something for you. Which one will tell you how I am doing it. It's not the only way to knit on the bias, but my bias shawl is increasing 2 stitches on one side and decreasing 2 stitches on the other side. So it makes a nice, very, very nice, really good diamond shape. And it's a piece of cake. Just let's see. You follow me. Come on. So welcome in my little studio here again. And today's subject is knitting on the bias. You probably have done it because you might be boring just doing triangles, or you're doing squares or rectangles. So I have here really a bad example of knitting on the bias, because as you can see, this line here is way too short. It lifts this up and the whole shawl will curve. So something is not right on this side. This side here is a little bit better, where the increases takes place. This is the decrease side. So cast on here and it makes a curve, but it should be really, really a nice, perfect diamond shape. So I tried to pull it, but it's not doing it alone. When you let it go or when you wash it, it will be an ugly shape. So this side is eventually okay. This gives you a little bit more length, but this is definitely too short, because you see the stretch is pretty big. It was this nice merino yarn. It's our Donna yarn, has a wonderful memory. So I will show you another piece how to do better, and I'm really pleased how this turns out. So I started. Here is my tip. So this is my first row all the way down here, and you see it makes this a nice edge, and when I pull it, there is nothing curvy. So this is my decrease line where I get rid of stitches, and this is where I pick stitches up. I cast on 32 stitches for this scarf, and you see this is finally here. This is finally the width from the scarf. So it will be something skinny, but if it hangs, it goes diagonal, and that can be a lot of fun. So let me show you how I did the increases. I put only the wooden needle in here to show you when it's stretched out. I prefer to have my metal needle here, the circular needle. So in the very beginning, as you know, when you knit garter stitch, the yarn is, after turning the work, always in the front, but you need to knit the yarn in the back because it's all knitted. So therefore I am slipping the first stitch, and now I have to decrease. So I'm knitting 1 stitch and I bind this one off. That's actually all for this row. So then I'm knitting the stitches all the way across to the other side where the increase takes place. And in this case, for this scarf, I figured out an increase by knitting the 1 stitch, making 2 out of 1 by knitting the back leg and the front leg, and it works pretty well. And I figured out that the sides, the increase and the decrease line, have the same length. So this is really pretty good. It's a little bit odd to knit with the metal tip and the wooden needle, but I will make it all the way across. So 32 stitches. This yarn is, by the way, our new yarn we have in our floating garden, and we will offer this in 4-ounce skeins on our website as well. Very, very nice and sparkling. So all the way across to the very last stitch. it's a little bit tight here at the end because here are the increases. So, and here is I knit the back leg and I knit the front leg. So you need to help your fingers a little bit. So I made one stitch. So let me put this needle away. And when you turn your work again, your yarn is in the front, but you need it in the back. So wrap it around and slip the first stitch. And the second one is the one we increase. So I knit again the back leg and the front leg. There we go. So now it looks a little bumpy here, but I just made 2 new stitches. And now it goes all the way across to the other side. And I will show you the complete work, what I have to do to get rid of 2 stitches, because I just made 2. This goes a little better with having both needles the same. And I like the circular because you cannot lose one needle falling to the floor or in a chair, and then you don't know where is it. The best is always in an airplane when the needle disappears. So I like the circular needle. I cannot lose this because you hold at least one side. So I'm always there. So, and then you knit to the last 2 stitches and you just bind off the last stitch. That's it. And you knit the last stitch, turn your work, and maybe remember your yarn has to go to the back, and remember slipping the stitch, knit the second stitch and bind off. So that was, each row has 1 stitch less on this side, and by knitting the 2 legs, the back leg and the front leg on the other side, your work will grow. It's very, very simple, adding and subtracting, and it's a very nice diamond shape. It's nice and even all the way to the cast on. Try it, cast on just maybe 20 or 30 stitches with the odd yarn and practice the decreasing and the increasing. So it's really fun to do, and you can knit really a long way. So remember again, this is the width of your scarf. So I just have here, that's the width, but it goes all diagonal. So 32 stitches are maybe doing 2.5 inches. So maybe 64 or 70 stitches, maybe making 6 inches wide scarf. Try it, you will have fun. Thank you.